Happy New Day. This is Charlene Edwards coming to you for the TheBlissnu LLC. This is my very first blog video. I've been thinking about doing this for quite some time, but it seemed like there was always some reason why I wanted to wait. I was like, okay, I need an editor, I need all this software, I need to do a script, and all these kind of different reasons I was coming up with of why I was delaying this. Well, today I woke up this morning to a Facebook post that made all of that reason um, just disappear. The post said, she woke one day and threw away all of her excuses. To me, that was it. There was nothing else I can say or do that made any sense. So that's the end of that. So again, welcome to my blog video. I am a marriage and family therapist, licensed in California. I run a vision coaching business here in Atlanta, which I absolutely love because I get to work with some marvelous people on getting to their root reason for being here, for getting to their mission, and really unearthing reasons of why they don't feel like they're on the right path, or why they feel like something is missing in their life. So we use numerous interventions. I do a segment of psychotherapy called transpersonal psychotherapy, which uses a lot of energy based and also transformational interventions to get you to the place of where you feel most comfortable. Today's topic is actually called Keep Calm and Carry On. I'm sure you've seen like quite a few posters or things on Instagram or Facebook that say, keep calm, there's a crown on top, and then it says, and numerous things. Some of them are quite funny. Actually, some of them are kind of sad. I'm like, okay, what really is that about? But the main reason of why this keep calm thing happened, of course, I had to look it up. I had to Google it. I'm the Google queen of the world. I Google at dinner. I Google when I wake up in the morning. I Google in the middle of the night when I dream about something. So yeah, so you're probably going to hear a lot about Google doing my post. But okay, back to the topic. I Googled this whole keep calm thing, and what it comes from is during World War II, at the beginning of World War II, the British Ministry of Information printed out a series of posters to keep the morale up for the citizens during the war. Now, I don't know if that would be enough for me just to see a poster and I would be like, oh, okay, tells me to keep calm and carry on. So, all right, I know there's bombs, coming down out of the air and your people are running and screaming, but that poster says keep calm and carry on. Well, evidently they never placed those posters out, and at the end of World War II, they were all destroyed. But in some obscure bookstore, someone came across the posters and had it framed and put it up by their cash register. And so many people were interested in this poster and wanted to purchase it that they wind up printing more of them off. And so that's where you get keep calm, carry on with the crown on top. So it came from the British Ministry of Information. So since they are the ones that created it and they believed in the concept, then you should too. So keep calm and carry on. And the reason why I decided on this topic today is as I was driving to do my 6 miles of walking, not running. Now I run walk. I don't like to run. I'll admit it. I don't think my knees like to run, but I will run walk. All right. So I'm on my way to do my run walk, and as I'm driving down an area of the city, speed limit is like around 35 to 40 miles per hour. I'm doing like about 42, 43, and there's this woman in this car that is tailgating me like crazy. I mean, she could practically get in my back seat. Now, back in the day, Back in the day, I would probably be so upset. There would be like varied curse words. May have pulled over, flipped her the bird, called her a number one, all kind of major things I might have done. But this particular time, as I was driving, I just remember just doing a lot of deep breathing. I just was like, hmm. As I was listening to my music, and I was going like about I vary between 40, 42 miles per hour. And I'm like, okay, the speed limit says 40, so I'm good. I'm on my way to do my walk. I'm looking at all the ducks and, everything is good. And she's just in my back. And also a slight thing came up into my head and it was like, oh, go down to 20 miles per hour. That should really irritate her. But I thought about it and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm on my way to do my walk. I am driving within the correct parameters. I'm not getting ridiculous. I even one time got up to like 43 or 44 or something like that. And she still wanted to stay on my back. I'm like, I'm good. I'm not in a rush. I'm not trying to hold her back. I'm not trying to prevent her from going where she needs to go. I'm good. I'm really good. So there's no need to have any anxiety. I wasn't compelled to speed up because she was riding my back because this was my time. I was in my car, not breaking any laws, not trying to be harmful to her or to the environment. So it's all good. There is no need to rush. So I could just keep calm and carry on. And this particular story just reminds me of so many people who are always constantly rushing somewhere, rushing to get up early in the morning, rushing to brush their teeth and rush out the door to get to class, to get to work, rushing for an appointment because they're late, rushing and rushing and rushing. And for what? Usually the rushing causes more problems than if you would have just probably took a deep breath, figured out everything that you needed to get, or possibly even got up a little earlier or been better prepared. Rushing normally gets you the opposite of what it is that you're trying to achieve. Usually winds up with a lot of confusion, lost items, and frustration. Also, a lot of times we try to rush to success, meaning that we set these timelines that are really not really for us. They're for others. Usually a timeline that says, I have to have a degree by this date. I have to have a significant other by this date. I have to have a mini mansion by this date is usually not something what it is that you want. It's usually about what it is you think society is expecting from you, or not just society, your parents. Maybe you think your parents want you to have something at a certain time, or maybe some of your friends are doing something. You're like, oh, that should be me. Well, it's not you, and for all you know, it's not even about you, and there's no need for you to compete. When you are just keeping calm and carry on, you basically know how to stay in your lane, meaning that you are on your own path. It's no one else's path, no one else's mission, no one else's game. It's what you want, and you are following the path that leads to your own fulfillment. And remember, as you're on that path and on that road, you can always widen the road. While you were going east, you could decide, now I want to go west. You can make a complete U-turn if you want because it's your path, your life, your decision, your choices. So you could change those roads. You could change the people you're traveling around with. I mean, the world is wide open for you. You get to do it. So therefore, it also reminds me of the story I was telling you about. As I'm turning the curve, getting closer to the area of where I take my walk, and she's still tailgating me. There's a cop right on the right side of the road. Now, what's so amazing? As soon as I noticed the cop, All of a sudden, that tailgating woman gave me so much space that it was unreal. So I guess it was no longer important for her to try to push me to go to a speed that she wanted me to go to. She all of a sudden braked and relaxed. So therefore, the path that she was on all of a sudden was derailed based on restriction. And again, that is what happens to us quite often when we're traveling at a rate which is not even comfortable for us, or we're trying to force somebody to do something, what it is that they don't want to do. In some kind of way, karma pops up. And as I just casually rolled on to my destination, got out and had the most wonderful 6 mile walk, all I could do was laugh and say, Shar, you have finally learned how to calm down and just create your own karma and not get involved in anyone else's stuff. Again, like I could have easily jumped out and been blah, 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 caused some big old confusion, or I could have decided that her pressure was too much for me and start speeding down the road. And then as I turned that corner, I could have heard the nurse pull me over, and here I have a ticket while she carries on. So thank goodness, as we move along in our lives, we can make a decision to either get caught up in someone else's idea of where we should be or how fast we should be traveling, or we could just keep calm and carry on. Thank you for sharing these couple of minutes with me. I look forward to more blog posts. You can find me on www.charnosite.com, www.TheBlissnu.com, or check out my nonprofit's website at www.theactionnotwordsproject.org. And very soon, a web series featuring myself and my girl Ari called Two Girls and a City, as we travel around the United States and also go abroad, checking out cities that we've never visited. Finding places that we love, because we love great food, music, art, and to be honest, I love cemeteries. I know people are like, what in the world? But yes, I love cemeteries because they tell great history. So yeah, probably on my segments we'll be visiting cemeteries. So again, look out for us soon. Shar and Ari are two girls in a city. See you soon.